Saudi Arabian GP, Verstappen takes pole after Norris hits wall in F1 qualifying a Euro, as it happened. Max Verstappen secured pole position for the Jeddah race after a dramatic qualifying session by the Red Sea, narrowly pipping Oscar Piastri in a thrilling conclusion to Q3. George Russell will start third, placing three different teams in the top three positions. The final qualifying standings saw Verstappen on pole, followed by Piastri, Russell, and then the rest of the field lining up for tomorrow's race. The session was marked by several key moments and incidents. Early in Q1, Lando Norris set a quick benchmark, while Piastri also showed strong pace, briefly topping the timesheets. Max Verstappen then asserted his dominance by setting the fastest time in Q1. Kimi Antonelli impressed, finishing fourth fastest in Q1 despite having to swerve to avoid a bin bag on track, finishing ahead of his Mercedes teammate Russell in that session. As Q2 got underway, Verstappen, Piastri, and Norris traded fastest laps. Verstappen encountered a moment launching his car over a curb, requiring attention from his Red Bull team. Hamilton, after struggling in the opening stages of Q1, managed to squeeze into Q3, saving his best lap for late in Q2. Drivers like Gasly, Behrman, Hadjar, Alonso, and Lawson found themselves in the danger zone towards the end of Q2, with Sainz and Antonelli also looking vulnerable at times. The start of Q3 saw Piastri set an early time, but the session was quickly red-flagged after Lando Norris crashed, a significant setback for the McLaren driver who had been a contender for pole but will now start 10th. Piastri himself had earlier skimmed a wall on his first Q3 lap before the stoppage. Following the delay, Q3 resumed with the remaining drivers heading out. Verstappen quickly seized the initiative, aiming for multiple competitive laps. Russell then briefly took provisional pole with a strong lap, showing the potential for a close finish. However, Verstappen ultimately delivered under pressure, reclaiming pole position with his final lap, just edging out Piastri. Piastri expressed satisfaction with his lap, noting there wasn't much more to extract, while Russell was happy with P3 despite thinking more might have been possible. Verstappen commented on the difficulty of nailing a qualifying lap around the demanding Jeddah circuit due to the proximity of the walls. The build-up to the weekend had also seen speculation surrounding Max Verstappen's future following his comments in Bahrain, a topic discussed by drivers like George Russell, who acknowledged Verstappen's status as a top driver and Mercedes' potential interest. Lewis Hamilton's integration with Ferrari and adapting to the new machinery also remained a talking point. The qualifying session followed earlier practice sessions where performance levels gave some indication of potential pace, with FP3 rundown highlighting the competitive landscape heading into qualifying.